I'm Kelly.
And I'm Nicole.
And we're Amominous. Cheers.
We're getting better and better at that every single try.
We really are. We also have the huge Monjo, what even word is that? Drinks today.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yes, we did. It was a little chaotic. So, episode 3.
I know, I can't believe it.
I feel like it's a milestone.
A milestone.
Yeah. Like, third time's a charm, try it once, twice to make sure you like it. Third time is like,
we are dialed in, maybe.
Yeah. And we got 100 views on our very first episode. That is so exciting.
I know. And that was just on Spotify, mind you. Like, that didn't include YouTube. I think it might have included Apple Podcast, but like, there were more on YouTube.
Listen, I don't care. I just think it's so cool that we have like 100 unique listeners listening to us. Because like, I could think of 10 people that for sure listen to us. So all the other ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I want to know?
So true. No. I feel like half of them we don't want to know who they are.
Probably not. Mom.
No. So what are we diving into today, Nicole?
Today is things I wish I could say without starting a fight. What did we say? Things I wish I could say.
Say to him.
Oh, yeah. To him specifically.
Without starting a fight.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say we like put it out there into the, social media universe maybe 12 hours ago. And you guys delivered.
Yeah, 60% of today's responses were specific to that. So
yeah, it's so crazy how we all just want to complain about him.
Yeah.
Whoever him is.
Surprise, surprise.
I know. So I don't know. I think maybe a lot of the times we like to just have somebody to blame. So it's like, who's the easiest to blame?
Yeah.
Him.
Your better half.
I'm the better half. Come on, Nicole.
How dare you? I didn't mean specific to you. I just meant, the person who is like glued to you. They're the burden you want to
You're right.
vent about.
And I'm just kidding, Ryan. You are my better half. I love you.
Oh, is this your alibi? We joke about Ryan. I feel like listening, we've like talked so much trash, but he really is super awesome.
Dynamic of the relationship, right?
Part of being part of our family crew, I think. Like we all just like give each other shit, and I feel like it's just come so natural to you, Kelly.
Yes, we all talk shit about each other to each other's faces.
Well, yeah. So then it's not talking shit about each other. It's being honest, heart to heart.
True.
If I don't tell you how you screw up, it literally means I don't love you or like you.
Well, she must really love me then.
Right. Kelly, I put you on a pedestal. You are perfection.
Oh, thank you.
No, but for real, I don't waste my time like
sugarcoating.
Yeah, I absolutely don't. I think anybody that knows me knows I wear my heart on my sleeve. I could never submit for this because they would already know. Mm-hmm. I'm not afraid to start a fight because that's where the growth is. For me, that's where I think the growth is. It's like you.
See, we're on opposite spectrums of this. Yeah, like, I'd rather just be silent because I don't want the fight. Like, we don't really fight that much.
Oh.
You know that.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying that's what the secret is. That's how you don't fight.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so also different about this episode, Nicole is actually reading the submissions and I am blindly hearing them for the first time.
Blind react?
Yeah, so shall we get into it?
Let's. Okay.
Oops.
So.
Okay. I feel so weird not knowing.
That control, you don't like not having it?
Oh, weird.
Okay. This is a good one. And I honestly, though, I kind of skimmed through them. I didn't prep myself reading beforehand, and I totally should have because I'm not a good reader. Like,
that's okay.
I like to read
slow.
Okay. Slow. I want to get in character, though.
Okay.
Because you get so excited.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh.
And I feel like you change your tone or whatever to like fit the story. So,
okay.
I'm going to do my best.
Let's see if
Kelly.
This is your calling.
All right. I don't think it is.
But, okay. But I'm going to drink while you read.
Okay. You are totally a Nicole right now. Okay. I've brought it up in the past and it created an argument, but it's still something that bothers me. My boyfriend of a year and a half is still friends with his ex on social media. They dated for 2 years before him and I knew each other, and they broke up due to differences of lifestyles. She was focused on her children, and he was just starting a new career with no children. It bothers me that he continues to follow her even after I told him I didn't like it, and I want to bring it up again, but I don't want to start another fight.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
What do you have to
Interesting.
say? You have so much to say.
I always have so much to say.
1000%.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Well, I'm going to start off this conversation with just saying that I actually am still friends with some of my exes on social media. And I think it really depends on like the breakup, right?
Yeah.
So I think when Ryan and I first kind of started dating, he did mention actually, because I had dated somebody for a while previously to Ryan, right? We're not going to go into full detail, right? But I was dating somebody for a pretty long while before I started dating Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
But our breakup wasn't like, it wasn't a bad breakup. Nobody cheated on anybody. It wasn't like, it was just like a difference of, I was young.
Like you knew you weren't right for each other.
Exactly. I was young when we started dating. So when we broke up, it was just like, I don't know, I felt like my life was going in a different direction maybe than his life was,
Yeah.
or we just like weren't meshing together at the time. So it was nothing bad happened. So we never were like, oh, I'm going to block him on all things.
It wasn't like you were begging to be with him and he was just not into it, and you were
vice versa. It wasn't
right.
exactly. Yeah. He wasn't doing that to me. So I don't know. I never thought like, oh, I need to delete him off of social media. And I'm glad I didn't. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't even know if he posts. Sometimes I see his stuff and I'm like, oh, like, he's doing so good. I don't know. Be happy for somebody.
Oh, you're like, I thought for sure his life would go to shit after me.
Yeah.
But now he's just,
the hell, he's thriving. No.
Damn it.
Yeah, so I don't know. But that's just like who I feel like I am as a person. So I guess it just depends. But also, if you show that it bothers you and then he gets mad about it, I don't know.
For me, like I am still friends with several of my exes and their family members, like on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, it wasn't like some big blow up breakout. It was just a difference of various things. So I like totally see that it's like not a big deal, but at the same time, like had my significant other said, "Hey, I really have a problem with this," I would be the type that's like, "Yeah, no problem."
Exactly.
So for me, I can get where maybe she is bothered by it because he's not willing to do it to make her happy. Like, what is your connection still? It might almost be more of a threat because there wasn't an issue. It was just the timing wasn't right.
Okay, that's true. Also, maybe she feels, I'm not going to say threatened, but she feels off maybe because it wasn't, like this bothers me or this bothered you about each other. And that's why we're not together. It was like, oh, differences of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? Like she had kids. He didn't have kids. He was like starting this new job. Maybe he like went out more than she went out. Big things to not mesh with each other. So I don't know. Maybe she's scared that they would one day reconnect and be like, hey, our lifestyles kind of match up now.
I mean, it very well could be. I don't want to put that idea, whomever you are, into your head, but.
And it said how long they were dating for?
They've been together a year and a half.
Okay. So I feel like after a year and a half, I mean, they have already spent so much time, I would hope, not talking really, besides the, hey, how you doing?
Are
Probably
you
don't even do
that?
No. I never have said that. I'd maybe like a post here and there.
See, but like, if role was reversed and she was following her ex, would
He'd
he?
be upset.
And then if she responded the same way he did, what would this like? Would he be upset? Like, would he give her an ultimatum, like me or him?
Yeah. But also, yeah, if it bothers you so much and you have expressed that already, then I don't see why it would be a big deal for him to just delete her as a friend on social media. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's social media.
This would be my piece of advice because I am a woman with children, and this girl that he still follows, his ex, is a woman with children. If I'm dating somebody and we're not headed in the right path and we break up, I'm focused on my kids. And like, if our whole package wasn't enticing enough that it was like, yep, we're going to do it and be together regardless of the circumstances, like, she is not somebody you have to worry about. She's probably so moved on and like,
100%.
yeah.
I agree. I agree. And once you have kids into the mix and it's not working with your kids and that person, I agree. She's like moved past it. She's like, yeah, this is never going to work.
She probably doesn't even know that he still follows her.
Yeah.
Or she watches his stories and she is like, I am so glad he found somebody so awesome.
Yeah. See?
Maybe you guys will be friends one
like
day.
Me. Okay.
Yes.
I'm so happy to see my exes happy.
Yeah. It's like when you
I hope that they feel the same way about me.
See that puppy at the pound that nobody's adopted for a year and then they adopt them and you're like, I'm so glad they found a good home. No, see, I'm the shit talker. Kelly's not. So
I just don't see, like, okay, I could go into a whole rant about people with their exes. They also, yes, but it also just depends on the person, right? Like, if I'm DMing him all the time, then that's weird. Or sending memes back and forth to each other, then that's weird.
Yeah, that's not appropriate.
Like, but if there's not any communication and they're just following each other on social media, I don't see the big deal.
No, I agree. And I think it depends on how serious it was. Because, like, you could be, when you have kids and you're dating, like, 6 months really feels like a month. You're moving at like a snail's pace, like everything takes time. So they could have been dating for a while, but like it might not have been serious at all because it sounds like she was focused. He was focused on separate things. So they might not even been that.
Yeah. And it was like a mutual thing.
Yeah.
All right.
But I could see how that could start.
Yeah. And F him for getting mad. Okay. I'm going to say that.
I mean, actually, that should be a red flag. If he's not willing to like unfriend somebody for your peace of mind,
then what? Yeah.
He's not the one.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't know who he is.
I know.
Real bad. Like I'm giving breakup advice. All right. This is a long one. Whew.
Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for
I'm ready for it. Are you?
Yes. I'm going to try. Okay. I don't know how to say this without it turning into a fight, so I just keep it in. But it eats at me. My husband is a good man. He loves our kids. He works hard. He's not abusive. But his temper, it flares fast, especially with our toddler. And it's not even what he says, it's how he says it. The volume, the tone, the snapping. Our 3-year-old will spill some milk or ask the same question 4 times like toddlers do, and he'll suddenly bark, I already told you, stop. Then I see our daughter's face just change. She shrinks, and my whole body tenses. I want to step in and protect her, but I know if I say something, he'll say I'm undermining him or babying them, or that he's just being firm. But it's not firm, it's harsh, it's impatient, it's scary sometimes. And I get it. We all lose our cool. I do too. But I try to apologize, I try to repair. He just moves on like nothing happened. And I'm left picking up the emotional pieces, hugging our babies and overcompensating and silently getting mad at him while he thinks everything's fine. I wish I could tell him, your mood sets the entire tone for this family, but I can't because if I say that, he'll think I'm attacking him and then he'll snap at me too. So instead, I carry it all quietly and I hate that this is becoming normal.
This is a hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
This is okay. I'm going to say I was just talking about this, actually. with somebody. And I don't know. I feel like dads these days, I'd say parents, all of us parents, like in our generation, we do get like overwhelmed, right?
Overstimulated.
Overstimulated. Oh my gosh. Literally, I get so overstimulated so quickly because it's like the TV's on, Alexa is on, like the kids are screaming, the fan above the stove is on,
The
washer's going,
Yep.
80 things are going in my house. And it's so overstimulating. So I totally understand because I do feel like I also lose my temper like pretty easily. But I think as women, we're kind of, it's easier for us to like channel it. But men, they just let it out.
I think like and on top of that, I think that we all like have our own stresses that like maybe we don't always like share with our spouse because we don't want to stress them out. Like he could have a lot of pressure on him at work or whatever it may be. And maybe he's trying to like shield you from it, writer, uh, from it, and he doesn't want to like share what those pressures are. So then he comes home and it's like he already has this on his mind. And I'm not excusing it or saying it's right, but like maybe checking on him and just saying, hey, I noticed that you've been a little impatient or you feel a little on edge, and I want to check in with you. I don't want the kids to feel this way or that way. And maybe presenting it like that, like you are looking out for him versus what he's doing is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
might make him more self-aware, because I don't think we always are, because sometimes like I get very impatient like with my kids, um especially I think as they get older you get
Mm-hmm.
more impatient because you're like you should already know this or know that or
I
whatever it
agree.
is, and
Yeah,
sometimes I cry myself to sleep at night because I'm like I was so mean,
I
and
agree.
it's hard.
I think, yeah, we're in our house. We go through this often. Um, Brian, for sure, he knows it. He's self aware about it, of like how quickly he like snaps at the kids. We have a 4 year old and an almost 2 year old. So, like, our 4 year old is very, I don't, I don't know how to explain him. Like, he's so smart, but like, he will do shit to piss you off, you know? Or like he knows that it's wrong, but he'll like do it anyways. Like he's like testing the waters, right? He's like, how many times can I do this until I get like yelled at almost?
Wasn't it the velociraptors in Jurassic Park that were like testing the fence at
Yeah.
different boundaries, like to see how intense it was?
Yeah.
Kids are
Seriously.
smart. They know what they're
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
And you have to, I think, be a little aware of that. And I think as moms, we're much more maternal and in tune to that
Hmm.
than dads are.
So,
'Cause dads are cut and dry, right?
yeah. So, this is actually what I was just talking about with somebody is like, I think that this generation of dads is literally so much different than previous generations of our dads, right? Even our dads. I mean, I feel like our dads were maybe more hands on, but not anything like dads are today,
Yeah.
right? So I think maybe they saw that in our parents. Like that's how they were raised, was like our generation was raised by like being yelled at, being punished
Mhm.
for everything. So our generation of fathers are maybe trying to learn to be a little bit nicer. But like that's just like ingrained in their head of like, this is how you raise a child. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just feel like the gender roles still exist, but like it's just a different like expectation in carrying those out. And I think that sometimes like es- especially now with the work schedules and stuff, like you guys work opposite schedules, and it's when he's doing more of the bulk of childcare, that's
Mm-hmm.
when it comes out more. I honestly think like dads do need to go to work and they need that break for the day, but so do moms, right? You guys need that break from the husband, like always being involved, right? Like because they almost overstep sometimes too. Like they're telling you, like, no, you're too soft, or you need to do this, or you need that. And it's
Yeah.
like, hold
Oh,
on.
yeah.
There's like a good homeostasis I have going on when you're over there. And then it
Exactly.
makes them enjoy the time more.
You know what's also crazy is like when I'll be at work all day and Ryan's like home with the kids all day, and then I get home, and then that's when like all of like the kids start to go crazy, or they like start breaking down, having meltdowns. And he's like, no, they've been fine all day. But like now that you're home, like now they're like having meltdowns. But then it's like the same thing. If he goes to work all day and like I'm home with them, I'm like, wow, you guys are being great. Like we're totally in a groove. And then he comes home and it's like meltdown, meltdown, meltdown. Like, I don't know.
I think
It's so weird.
they pick up on the energy, and like the shift of like authority is what happens, I think. And
Because
kids,
they're in a groove with like the one parent all day. And then it's like,
yeah.
oh, maybe once the other parent gets home, I can get away with this or get away with,
Yep, I can tell you with co-parenting, the day of exchanges, that's like my excuse day. Like, however the kids are, they're bratty, they're impatient, they're demanding, they're throwing stupid fits. Like, they kind of get a hall pass for the most part because they're going from
a
one home
transition.
to another, one set of rules to another. And not like it's even like complete opposite, but just in the way that the kids are spoken to, or the topics that we talk about, the games we play, whatever it is, how we spend our time. It's a transition. And I don't know. I've honestly enjoyed being like a single parent because it's hard to like regulate yourself and your own kids. But then when you add this other adult who now you're
Mm-hmm.
having to like regulate them or
Mm-hmm.
buffer them, like that's a full-time job. That's hard.
I totally agree with that because it is like I get on Ryan. Sometimes he'll be so mean to the boys, and I'm like, why do you have like? And I do it in front of the boys, and I totally get where this person is coming from because I'll be like, you don't have to talk to him like that, and then it's like, well, why are you telling me how to parent? Or oh, now he's not going to take what I say seriously because you're like basically telling him that it's not acceptable for me to be mad about this.
But see, this is where I think it's not a like in any dynamic that this happens. It's not you versus them. It's like you guys have to regroup, like pull aside and be like, hey, I want to check on you. Like you seem impatient, and then see where they're at because they might be like, yeah,
You
I've
just
had a
need a
really
break.
long day. And you're right. Like maybe I should be more this or that or whatever it is.
I agree.
So,
Because you could have like those discussions of how you're going to raise your kids before you have kids together. But until those kids are born and you are raising those kids together,
yeah.
you don't know how you're going to raise
No.
them,
Well, we're going to have like a
right?
whole episode full of that. So,
Yes. So to this person, I sympathize with you. I get it. I think a lot of moms get it because I do feel like, oh, not a lot. Oh, well, let's say a lot of dads are kind of like that. They do need to have that like tougher shell, but it is okay to like sit down with them, talk to them like one on one when the kids aren't around and just see what they need.
but also you are not responsible for the relationship that he has with the kids and vice versa. Because you guys will be, could be married until those kids are off to college and married and starting families of their own. But those kids will always know which parent to go to, which one has a stronger bond, whether you guys are together or not. Like you are responsible for your own relationship with your kids. And if he
Yes.
doesn't want to like have that same nurturing relationship, then they know like he's not the one to go to for the softness.
I
Maybe he's the problem solver, but he's not the one that's gonna be
okay.
the mode of like, oh honey, it's okay, I got you. You know what I
I
mean?
do
Like there's
agree with
different
that.
strengths.
But I will also say, like, if he is taking it too far, or if you do feel like it's gonna like go another direction of like him taking it further than just like snapping at her or him, I think it was a little girl, um, then that is reason for you to step in. Like you are the mom, like so if you feel like it's going there,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
then yeah.
100%. You're a mama bear, so you do protect
Kick his
those
ass.
yeah.
And then kick him to the curb. No, just, well, maybe not kidding.
Don't be just like. Oh, and we should probably disclaim that we are not therapists. We are not counselors. This is all for entertainment purposes. We are not liable for any decisions that you make based off of our recommendations. That is very important.
She was a lawyer in another life, okay?
we need to put that disclaimer on. Okay, right here. Cut.
Okay. We're not actually Spotify. Adding that.
No, I think the lawyer said we need to.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Good one.
All right. I'm ready for it.
Chatter about this. My husband will play tag with the kids for 20 minutes, and suddenly he's such a hands-on dad. I change diapers, attend school meetings, schedule every doctor's appointment, and I'm just mom. No awards, no praise. Meanwhile, this man lets them eat Doritos for breakfast and gets a standing ovation. Welcome to being a mom. I don't know.
No,
but I get it. I get it. I get it.
No, we all get it. Yeah. Every mom watching, we all get it.
I think we're all collectively just nodding our heads like, that's on brand. Dad of the year, right? Like,
exactly. This goes back to last time when we were talking about grandparents. This is like the same thing, right?
Expectations are just super low for dads that they do like the thing, and then they are.
Okay, but this also takes me back to the point of this generation of dads are like a little more hands-on than previous generations of dads. So, like the older people that are going to praise a dad for just like going out to eat with his kid, right? And then an old lady is like, "Oh, wow, you're such a great dad." But then mom's at the table, like next to him with her kid. She's not going to say the same thing to her because they grew up in a different time frame, you know? I get it. But also, like,
but it's unfair. It's a very unfair standard.
I agree. But I am also going to say, like, in our house, like, I'll like play games with Turner or like I'll chase him around the house for like a minute. But like, I have so many other things to do. Or like, I don't know. That's Ryan's job. Entertain him. You're fun. Because men never really like grow up, like, right? They all play video games still. Like, they like to have fun like that. I like to have fun, but not in those same ways. So like, he has fun having fun with him. Where I'm like, oh,
he's such a good dad.
He is.
No, I'm not being facetious. You guys are both super good parents.
See, so see, there she goes. She was complimenting him.
No, I'm saying you guys are both good parents because I don't want to make it sound like I'm like talking smack, but I understand.
No, I'm not talking crap at all. Like that, I feel like is like a role of a dad. I don't know, like go and like play outside with them.
So
like I'm not gonna go out and sweat.
The bare minimum, they're dad of the year, but moms can be killing themselves, working 2 jobs, scheduling everything around their kids.
And Let me tell you. The other day, I told Ryan, I was like, you have to schedule this appointment for yourself. And then he's like, you schedule the appointment and I'll show up.
I even offered to schedule it for him because I didn't know if Kelly would. See,
and then I'm like, why do I have to schedule that for you? You're a grown adult. And he's like, I don't even know who my doctor is. I'm like, it's on your insurance card. Kelly, he probably doesn't even know where the insurance card is.
It's not in his wallet.
It's on the counter. I know exactly where it is. It is what it is. Maybe the next generation of parents, it won't be so crazy when a dad is just hanging out with his kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel
they'll be expecting to like I'll expect my kids. I have boys, right? When you're a parent, I'm going to show you how to clean the toilets, how to do the dishes, how to vacuum, all the things. I already showed them how to Swiffer. They already Swiffer the floors for me. So when they're a dad,
see, you were just setting yourself up to be the mother-in-law that they come to, the one that they want to spend all the holidays with. You are securing that role now.
Exactly.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go back and watch the in-laws episode.
I just so badly want them to come over to my house for the holidays.
You're all, I taught him how to cook and clean and take care of you. The least you can do is come spend the holidays with me.
Please.
Yes. Pretty please.
I taught him how to put his laundry away so that you guys would come over. Oh, man.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
Oh, there's an eye roll.
Sometimes I don't speak up because I'm afraid you'll make me feel crazy for having feelings. I didn't write that one, by the way.
Oh, is that the whole submission?
That's the submission. Oh. That is a very general, but like, girl, I feel you. I understand that one.
You sure you didn't write that one?
I'm sure.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I think some men are just not emotionally mature to be able to handle conversations, but I feel like that is like a turning point in maturity in any person is when person A can go to person B and be like, hey, you hurt my feelings, or this bothered me, or whatever it is. And the receiving person doesn't make it like a you versus me and is defensive, but is coming from a place of understanding, like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Yeah. I 1000% agree with you.
I'm a very confrontational person. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve, literally. And if somebody's hurt me, like, I'm going to say something. And I feel like the very few times we've never even been in a fight, but like, like we can feel through text that there might be a disconnect.
The one time we had your mom involved.
Oh yeah,
she's like, ladies, sisters.
But immediately, I think it was like we tried to understand where the other person's coming from, and within seconds, like
it was hashed out. Yeah.
And I don't think that we've like handled something the same way since.
I do, yeah. And I do feel like, well, you and I specifically, I don't know, I think because we like can talk it out, of it's not like an argument back and forth, right? But like I think a lot of men do get really defensive really quickly.
They don't want to have done something wrong. Like they don't want this
like if I'm feeling a certain way, like I'm not like trying to start an argument when I say like, hey, like this bothered me. But I think that is like their mechanism. Maybe it goes back to the way that they were parented.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like no, like they're like very argumentative right off the bat, right? And I feel like this is like a lot of people. Even when I like try to bring something up to Ryan or something like that, it's like a very like standoffish thing. Like, so you have to approach it the right way, right?
Yes. I think that's probably like my biggest flaw is that I approach things a certain way and I don't think about who my audience is. And it could be received better if I packaged it differently.
I think because you have very high emotions, which is not a bad thing. But I think the way you like, if something bothers you, you're instantly going to, you don't mean to. And this is why I think we could hash it out so quickly, because I know that you don't mean to, but like you come off a little bitchy of like something that bothers you, right? Where I think I come off maybe a little too nice.
Yeah. Except for you flush, you get red. So I know if something's bothering you and you're being nice, you get red. I'm like,
well, I get red all the time.
No, it's like, you're like that teapot where it's that top is going to burst. And then I'm like, I cannot wait to talk to her after the family barbecue event, whatever we're at, where I see this. I'm like, ooh, the family chat's going to go off tonight.
Wait, what do they say when like the rest of the family leaves and it's like what is it?
Oh, it's
the
like
default family or something?
No, it's like the A squad starts talking. You can't wait for the B squad to leave so the A squad can hash it out. Totally.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like that is just probably a lot of people are going through that.
I would say 90% of couples.
Yeah, and you just kind of have to learn how to talk to each other, right? Like,
but I also feel like you shouldn't have to repeat yourself. Like, yes, it might cause a fight, but if like you're repeatedly coming with like the same exact thing, like that should be an indicator that there might be more work that needs to be done, like maybe therapy, or maybe this person is a crazy narcissist that's never going to change and you should run for the
I
hills
am
as soon
also
as you can.
I am also gonna say, like, therapy is never a bad thing.
Oh, it's not. I feel like it should be just like going to the
I
dentist. You should
know.
have to go in for a yearly tune-up. I love it because I can like
I've actually
cry.
never been to therapy, and I probably should.
Oh, I don't, it's like I could be talking to a wall. Really, like, but I'm just saying, like, this is what happened, and this, and this, and this, and then I'm talking myself through it and
Yeah.
figuring out where I went wrong or where I could do some deeper thinking. And by the time I'm like, yeah, and this is what I should do, and I
They're like,
think that,
time's up.
yeah,
You talk too much.
yeah,
Just this
no,
is my therapy.
yeah, that's why we have the couch, the big
Yeah.
comfy couch. Um, but I think that you should know your worth. Know that like your feelings matter, and nobody should ever feel like they can't bring up something that hurts them, bothers them, whatever it is, because they're afraid of the fight.
Yeah, the open line of communication, I think, is key. And I feel like that is, once again, we are not therapists, but I feel like that is what like a lot of couples are lacking, right? I could even say it about like my own relationships, not even just with Ryan, with like anybody. The the like comfortableness of telling people what's on your mind or what's bothering you is that is really hard for me. There's like very select few people that I feel like I could just like tell you what I'm feeling all out there.
I feel like 2025 is the year of like being self-aware, right? Like you're just like this new, I don't know, heightened state of awareness, but really people aren't. It's like a farce. So I think like this whole thing of being able to talk about your feelings to somebody, if they're not receiving that or able to like have that
Then they ain't it,
conversation,
honey.
yep, that's right. Move on. Do yourself a favor. Let me tell
we're
you.
just breaking up everybody, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go on.
Yes. Whoever you are, we got a third spot ready for you right here, okay? Come to the therapy couch.
Oh.
All right. Ready? Okay. Everyone in my family calls me when something goes wrong. When they're happy, they call someone else. I don't want to be the strong one anymore. I want someone to check on me. I want someone to ask, hey, how's your heart today? But they don't. So I cry in the laundry room, then fold their damn towels.
Is this about their whole family or just their significant other?
They're probably the rock in the family, like the one that like you go to, everybody goes to because they are even keel, unemotional. They're like the.
That's weird. That's kind of how I feel.
Probably. And then you go and you cry in the shower, Kelly.
Yeah. Because you don't know what's tears and what's water. We went over this.
Yes, we did.
I could totally relate with this person. Really. Whether it's my immediate family, whether it's like your family, I feel like, and I don't mind at all being this person, right? But I do feel like people just like think like, oh yeah, she's chill, she's cool, she's got it all together. But not always.
That's true. Like, I feel like you are like my emotional dumpster, Kelly. I'm just like, I'm hung up. You'll be like, hey, you want to.
I'm totally fine being that person.
But then I don't ever stop and think, wait, Kelly, how are you holding up today? How are you holding up all of my emotional garbage? Okay. The weight of that must be weighing you down.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but you should make
But this is exactly why this year I have been trying to like do more things for myself, because you could like dump all your load on. That sounded wrong.
This is not that kind of podcast. Okay?
It's a different episode. Okay, different episode. So I could like, yes, have those times where I just like tell somebody exactly how I'm feeling, right? But I'd rather do it like with my girlfriends on Wednesday evenings when we go out for margaritas, you know, because that's like what I enjoy doing. So I feel like now I do kind of more try to do things that make myself happy. I was actually just having this conversation with my mom because my mom is totally that person. She literally works so hard. She takes care of everybody, everything. Never, like, she would put anybody before herself. I was telling her, I'm like, you have to like do something that makes you happy. And if it's for 1 hour, 2 hours, a full day of you telling people that you can't do something for them, then so be it. But like you only live one life. Enjoy it. Go and do something for yourself. Don't wait for other people to ask you how you're doing.
It weighs you down. Like when you're that emotional rock for everybody else. It's like when you're on an airplane. the face mask, drop down to put it on you before you put it on your child or whoever's next to you. It's like you have to check on yourself. So it's okay to just, not even that you need people to check on you, but just not be that person that has to receive everything. Because when I know about, I'm not the problem solver in the family, by the way, so nobody calls me to solve the problems. But when I hear about other people's problems, my anxiety level, it's like I am them or I want to help them solve it. And it causes a lot of like anxiousness in me. So I can only imagine when you are that person, like that's a lot to bear. Or like, what if you know that there's this problem and you could solve it, but maybe you don't have the tools or whatever. Like that has to be very exhausting. So I'd say don't pick up your phone every once in a while. If you know that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Take time
for yourself. Because if they're, I don't know. 2025 is my year, like I've said in the past.
The year of you.
Yes, so do stuff for you. Okay? Stop doing as much for other people. You can still do stuff for other people, just not as much. Okay?
Yeah, it's okay to say no. It is okay to say no.
Yeah, I feel like you're speaking to me when you say that.
No, I'm not, because you do say no. I think you're really good about saying no.
I am?
But you do it in such a nice way that it makes me feel bad.
Why'd you even ask?
No, see, that would make me mad. And then I'd be like, gosh, Kelly's so unhelpful. But you'll be like, oh my goodness gracious, whatever it is. And but like, we would love to, but we're so, whatever it is. I have like a million scenarios going through my mind. And I'm like, damn, Kelly, I wish you would have just said no.
No, period. Yeah, right. Then you would be like, what the hell's wrong
then
with
I'd be
you?
like, what the heck?
Yeah, and sisters, okay? Your mom said.
Yeah. Okay, this is a good one. This is good. I feel like this is going to push some buttons. Well, maybe not with our listeners, but our listeners' significant others.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't babysit your own kids. You parent like I do every single day. Like, why do I feel like I have to ask for permission to leave the house without the kids? But he can do it whenever he.
Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I have so many feelings.
Yeah. I feel like if you have to coordinate a schedule, like, and ask, can you watch the kids? And he comes back with, like, I'm not their babysitter, I'm their dad. Like, he's offended that you even had to ask him. I would have such a smart ass comment to be like, well, then I guess I shouldn't have had to ask in the first place. Like, it.
Well.
Okay, see, I'm the bitch.
Hold on.
I'm the bitchy one.
No, I see what you're saying. But I would never be like, hey, Ryan, can you babysit the kids today? No. But I do say, hey, do you have anything going on? So I do. It's basically asking permission with like, but in like,
No, that's
and not so much.
Schedules.
Yes. Okay. So yes, exactly. Like I have a plan tomorrow, right? And I'm like, hey, do you have anything going on? Because I'm going to do this at this time. It's not like, oh, hey, and then can you take the, like, it's already in his mind, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to take on the kids, right? But Ryan and I do.
So, but I'm vouching that there is a whole pool of men.
I agree.
That are like, well, who are you going to find?
That's exactly where I was just going with my next point was, but Ryan and I's relationship with us, with the kids, like our schedules are all over the place. Where like I go do something, he goes and does something, I work, then he works, so like our schedules are very like, okay, hey, I'm going to have the kids this day, or like I'm available, you're available, So I feel like we are very like, it's just routine every day.
Okay, so correction.
But
what I was trying to say is even when you say it like how you would, if he comes back with like that defensive, like, oh, I don't have to babysit my own kids. Like, I am their dad. Of course they can be with me. It's like, that was unnecessary. But I feel like a lot of guys do think that way. And that is their defensive approach where then you feel bad that it's like, okay, I'm just trying to coordinate schedules or whatever it is.
So many dads are like, oh yeah, I gotta have the kids, or I gotta watch the kids today. Like, you're not watching the kids. You just have the kids.
Yes.
You're not watching them. Okay? That is your job. That is you. You are dad.
That is your responsibility. Yes.
So like saying I have the kids. Don't say I am watching the kids.
That would feel so unnatural. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm not a babysitter. I'm not.
Exactly. But that's what I feel like. Exactly. The whole point of this, right? You are not a babysitter. You are a parent. Once again, going back to this generation. It's Kelly, something that they have to learn.
It is not even just this generation, let me tell you, okay? I think it's just...
No, they're like learning, right? I'm telling like you, next generation of dads, they're going to be great. Because they're being raised by dads that are trying to figure it out right now.
So you mean they're going to be moms next?
Maybe.
They're going to be so evolved as dads that they turn into moms? Like a Pokemon card? They're progress. What is
Hey, I'm just saying, if us women have to have more responsibilities, like going to work Monday through Friday, okay, then those men also need to have more responsibilities.
Times are
like
changing.
Cleaning up the house.
That's right.
And not watching the kids, just having the kids. Okay? Unless you're making a whole lot of money, okay, and you're gone all the time. I don't know. I might offend some people right now, but women's rights. Come on. Why do I have to work?
Take them back away. I don't want them. I do not want them. You can have all the rights.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
not.
No, I am just kidding because when I had Turner, I hardly worked. I was like on call. So I worked like every so often, right? Because Ryan had a different job. Situation was different. And I would go crazy. I'd be like, when are you going to be home? Like, I'm so bored. What am I going to do today? Like, and then it's just like little baby Turner just staring at you. And then you're like, you're all I have to talk to.
Okay.
Being a stay-at-home mom is kind of like...
Let me put this in a perspective, okay? Back in like a long time ago, when most women were home, okay, they probably weren't as bored as we are all now because so many of them were home together. Like, you could just call your friend who was also home with her kids and have a park date or play date or do whatever. It was because now it's half the moms are going back to work right away. And it's like
all my friends would be working and I'd just be like, oh, let me just watch another season of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. So I just think,
because like now I do feel like, because I'm back to work, like almost full time, right? Basically full time working. And like, I do feel happier now than I did then. But I also am just more comfortable maybe being a mom now. Like I was a new, fresh mom, maybe some postpartum depression in there that nobody really
talks about,
prescribed to me.
Or even let you know what it really like feels like. Because you think it's like this big monster in the closet, but it might not. It might just be like that little annoyance, that little worry. Like I think it all appears differently in people, and you're not really prepared. It's like polarizing. Yes, you are fine, or no, and you need, There's nothing in the middle. There's no
Yeah. Yeah. So,
spectrum of it.
you know, so if your husband, significant other, baby daddy, whoever he is, says,
Your babysitter?
I have to babysit the kids, fuck them.
Ask him, what's your going rate? Because I'll hire you all day,
Yeah,
all right?
okay.
Mama needs a
Spa
taco
day.
Tuesday, margarita Monday. I need to get out of the house.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So, well, those were some of the juicy ones from this week's submission for the
Ooh.
episode.
All right. So that's that, right?
Yes. But I'm excited that I think more people just seeing, like, not even the listeners need a prompt. They're just submitting stuff just for us to talk about. And I think sometimes that like sparks all right, let's do this as a topic. So
I would also say that this topic, I would hope makes everyone else feel better, because it kind of makes me feel better that we're all kind of in the same boat, right? Like we all kind of feel similar. I agree with almost all of those.
Yeah. You would like it to some degree, like,
yeah, we're all in this boat together.
It's hard.
And if they piss you off, fuck them. No, I'm just kidding. That's my catchphrase.
It's not 1000%.
No, not anymore.
You learned quickly. So, what are some other topics that we have on the line?
Ooh, we do have coming up, we're going to do friendships, like
Friend
messy,
or foe.
Yeah, friend or foe, messy friendships, the drama that could happen between friends. And then what else? What were some of the other ones that we had talked about?
We have like 5 on the poll right now. So
yeah,
I definitely recommend hitting the Google Doc button if you're watching this.
There's a drop down with like of our next episodes, like our next 4 or 5 episodes will be there, so you can look and see if you have a story in mind,
or just share with us, like, what do you want to talk about? What, like,
yeah,
you heard a friend of a friend told you this, and
you
need some insight.
one of them is like crazy, like, like what did they just say, or like crazy things people say.
Oh yeah,
we've already had some good ones for that. I like sometimes I'm like that can't be real, but maybe it is. People are weird AF. Anyways, all right, so cheers to this episode. And maybe just try telling him what he's doing wrong, okay, and see what happens.
Don't hold it all in.
And if he starts an argument, fuck him. Thanks for listening,
baby.